In the headlines, success of the Emergency Agricultural Livelihoods Project exceeds expectations. $3 million needed to complete renovations on Our Lady of Fairhaven Cathedral. And no arrests yet in a robbery at the hardware store of J. Asafan and Company Limited over the weekend. I am Andrea Louis with the Channel 5 News. Back with the details after this.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. We're in this together. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Thank you for staying with us. First up, the names of 50 more individuals to benefit under the Housing Recovery Program submitted to government this week. Following the $950 million loss to the housing sector from Hurricane Maria almost 3 years ago, Dominica was successful in securing assistance from the World Bank to restore the housing sector by building homes for 600 families with special emphasis on vulnerable groups. Manager of the Housing Recovery Project, Nicholas Bruno, who was speaking with Prime Minister Skerritt on his Anupali program, says that this housing project is different from past government housing programs.
The difference in scope is on 2 levels. On one level, it is very targeted. It is targeting small homeowners who lost their houses, and you want to re-empower them. And the second part of the project is developing the building sector itself. So while the project does provide support for homeowners, it also provides support for institutional strengthening of the legislative framework. It also provides sort of training through execution for the builders and suppliers and contractors to ensure that they follow the resilient building practices.
Last month, the first 90 homeowners to benefit from the program went through a homeowners orientation. To date, another 50 individuals have been shortlisted for the project.
And we are at the threshold of actual commencement of construction of homes. We have already approved a list of 90 homes, and is a second list coming, Mr. Bruno?
Second list was prepared. It should be in the ministry on Monday, of 50 names.
50 names. So 50 names, so we're talking about 140 beneficiaries, and we're looking to commence.
Mr. Bruno says there are several monitoring mechanisms in place to ensure the project goes according to plan.
As regards the project objectives, we have professional staff who is our communication monitoring and evaluating officer, who has a responsibility to review our results and ensure that we are keeping within the results framework that is established for the project. As regards the construction, we have the design and supervision firm who is supposed to manage the work of the contractors. We have the environmental and social specialist who has to monitor the environmental and social plan for each building. And importantly, we have the management information system, where everything is entered within that system and monitored. The World Bank also has the auditing function within the project as well, to ensure that we are following the World Bank guidelines within the project.
Construction of houses is expected to start in November. The entire project is scheduled to be completed by 2023. In more top stories, another $3 million needed to complete renovations on Our Lady of Fairhaven Cathedral. The project, which started in 2013, initially had a budget of $2.5 million and the sole target of repairing the roof. However, as the works got underway, the scope of the project expanded and the budget grew. Bishop of Roseau, His Lordship Gabriel Malzer, says to date the church has managed to raise just over $9 million for the project.
The total revenues that we have collected is $5.1 million, and the revenue, including what we have on loan from National Bank, it totals to $8.2 million. So the total spending, the total payments we have made is $6.6 million, plus the drawdown from the loan, $2.9 million. So our total spending on the project is $9.6 million. And as I said, if our estimate is $12 million, then it tells us that we have $3 million more to raise in order to complete the work.
Recently, the flooring of the cathedral was completed and engineers are now into Lot 7 of the 17-lot project. Lot 7 is the installation and fabrication of doors and shutters for the cathedral. Assistant Diocesan Engineer Tariq Roll gave an update on works undertaken at the cathedral thus far.
We started with the church, the removal of the contents of the church, removal of the asbestos of the roof, demolition of infested termites, roof structure and concrete works. We also did the supply and erection of the steel frame structure roof frame, the installing of the new reinforced concrete flooring and electrical conduits, fabricating and install shutters and doors where we are right now. We're also doing the retrofitting and the bell tower and installing of the spire. That is under works right now. We're working with CEP, which is the consultant engineering partners. They are the consultants for the cathedral right now. We have left to do the ceiling, the joinery works, removal of termite-infested partitions, painting of the ceiling walls, tiling of the flooring, restoration of the painting murals, and installing of marble tile. Also, we have the new vestry that we're working on, and installing of timber pulpit and external works.
No deadline has been given yet for the completion of the project. In other developments, no arrests yet in the robbery at the J. Astafan and Company Limited hardware store in Forkole on Friday. According to information from the police on Monday morning, a report was received about 5:30 Friday afternoon by telephone from an unknown individual stating that a robbery was in progress at the hardware store of J. Astafan and Company Limited located at Forkole. The person indicated that 3 staff members were being held hostage. The building was searched by the police and staff was safely extracted. A thorough search of the building for the suspects proved futile. According to information from the operations manager, while counting cash from the day's sale, 3 masked individuals entered the office located on the 2nd floor. One was armed with what appeared to be a rifle, one with a pistol, and the other with a cutlass. Upon entering the office, the masked men pointed the firearms at the 3 staff members and ordered them to lie on the floor, to which they complied. The individuals took an unspecified amount of cash, descended from the office, and escaped by passing through the fence of the compound which they had breached. Investigations into the matter are ongoing. You are watching the Channel 5 News. Stay tuned for more after the break.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. We're in this together. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
Welcome back. Assistance under the World Bank-funded Emergency Livelihoods Restoration Project has exceeded expectations among fisherfolk and livestock farmers. Project manager in the project implementation unit of this $25 million project says fisherfolk and livestock farmers who have expressed interest in this program surpasses the number estimated by the PIU.
For livestock, we have been over target. For example, we targeted 200 livestock farmers. We have over 313 livestock applications. So presently, what we are doing right now is on the field valuing those applications to see how authentic they are in terms of the 50% contribution to match what they need. The same thing with fishers. We were targeting 150 fisher folks. We have over 295 applications for fisher folks. So the applications for fisher folks and for livestock has been closed. However, for crops, we still have the applications open both for the micro gardens, because we were targeting 500 farmers for the micro gardens. So far we have around 490 plus. We intend to get some farmers from the backyard garden farmers of the Ministry of Agriculture transferred to our program.
Mr. Stevenson, who was speaking on the One-on-One with PM program on Sunday, says new categories were created for crop farmers so that a larger number could benefit from the program.
Since after COVID, we opened up the applications for two types of people. People who were youth, they were not involved in agriculture prior to Mario, so we wanted to have something. How do we encourage youth in agriculture? So we got an opportunity for COVID to create a next category. Farmers who were affected by COVID, be it a taxi driver, you lost your revenue as a taxi driver and you have some land, and you figure you want to open up some land. We're encouraging those people to come into the program as an alternative means of restoring their livelihoods, knowing that we don't know how long the tourism season is going to be closed.
Yeah.
Okay, so far we have over 400, I would say 501 new applicants, and out of that, 55 are as a result of COVID, meaning that their incomes were affected by COVID, or their youth applying as COVID now want to get into agriculture.
And a new theme for Caribbean Wellness Day. CARICOM countries observe Caribbean Wellness Day on the second Saturday in September, which this year fell on Saturday, 12th September. The theme this year was Power Through Collective Action, Stronger Together 2020. Caribbean Wellness Day came about after the signing of an agreement among CARICOM heads of government in 2007 to tackle the epidemic of non-communicable diseases in the region. Over the past decade and more, the theme, Love That Body, has been used every year to recognize the event. However, Health Minister Dr. Irvin McIntyre says a new theme has been chosen for the next 5 years, which is still reflective of the agreement among CARICOM heads of government.
Over the last 12 years, the overall theme for Caribbean Wellness Day was Love That Body, with a focus on preventing and controlling non-communicable diseases through the life course. After consultations with key partners, the region continues with the life course approach, but extends it to include a whole of society engagement for the next 5 years, 2020 to 2024. After much consideration, the region decided on a new overall theme, Power Through Collective Action. This will be the theme for Caribbean Wellness Day for the next 5 years, with the sub-theme Stronger Together 2020 for this year's celebration.
Chronic non-communicable diseases have been identified as having severe impacts on the country's workforce, delivery of health services, and economic standing.
These diseases, which include diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, stroke, cancer, and mental disorders, are now the leading causes of mortality and morbidity in the country. These conditions cause a considerable impact on individuals and families, but also major implications to the delivery of health services, the workforce, and the economic standing of our nation as a whole. In the national context, non-communicable diseases have surpassed communicable diseases as Dominica's dominant health concern. Factors such as obesity, unhealthy diet, physical inactivity, smoking, exposure to secondhand smoke, the harmful use of alcohol, and poor management of stress are some of the main risk factors that contribute to these diseases.
The health minister pointed out the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle, especially in light of the events of 2020.
The year 2020 has proven to be a challenging year for all of us. Therefore, the Ministry of Health, Wellness and New Health Investment, and by extension, the Government of Dominica, takes this opportunity to encourage each Dominican to make your health your priority. Engage in physical activity, healthy coping mechanisms to manage stress as we continue our fight against non-communicable diseases.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. We're in this together. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
To end the news, the headlines again. Success under the Emergency Agricultural Livelihood Project exceeds expectations. $3 million needed to complete renovations at the Lady of Fairhaven Cathedral. And no arrests yet in a robbery at the hardware store of J. Astefan and Company Limited over the weekend. Feel free to access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Andrea Louis. And to all of our viewers around the world, thank you so much for watching. Join us tomorrow.